Hello children, welcome to the next science class. Already we have started our first period class. I hope you will have followed it and you all are sending the homeworks. It's fine. Now let us continue the lesson. The name of our lesson is Conservation of Animals and Plants. Yes, last class we have seen that we have to conserve animals and plants. Animals and plants together, we are calling it as biodiversity, difference among the animals and plants. So many plants and animals are living together. That is called biodiversity. And the scientific term for plant is flora and the scientific term for animals is fauna. This last class we have studied. Let us go to the continuation. You take page number 100 as usual. Since I am taking through phone, if I give lecture continuously, you may not follow properly. So I would like you all to have your book and follow with me. So now and then when you read the book and listen my class, it will be easy for your understanding, right? So last class we have completed about biodiversity and why it is so important. To maintain balance, biodiversity is very important. If one particular species is completely dying, then the remaining species also will be affected. That is what is the problem with that. We will continue that. So in the coming paragraphs, you will understand this concept bit better. Okay. So now you will take page number 100 and you will not see the phone. You will have to keep your fingers in your book and listen my voice, right? Let us start. Page number 100. We are continuing the biodiversity remaining portion. Just see your book. Threat to biodiversity. The flora and fauna all over the world are facing certain challenges for their survival. The major threat to the vast majority of flora and fauna is deforestation. Let us discuss some of the major threats to biodiversity. So last class we have seen that biodiversity is very important. If a particular group of animals die, it will affect the other group also. So that animals also will, without food, without proper other thing, they will die. That we have seen. Now what you mean by threat? Threat means like creating fear. Some problem, because of that problem, the particular animal group may die. That is the creating fear is threat. Now there are so many threat to. If you check out why the animals and plants group are destroyed, dying, made nothing, there are so many ways. In that, very important major cause is deforestation. What is meant by deforestation? We are going to see that. Okay, come to next page, page 101, and let us read from the book. Again, you will not see your phone. Keep your phone aside with your headphones, listen my voice and see a book. Deforestation. Cutting down of trees on a large scale to make provision for agricultural lands, building houses and industrial units for procuring fuel, wood and timber is known as deforestation. Vast tracts of land achieved from deforestation are also used for mining. Overgrazing is the reason for loss of forest cover. It not only removes grasses but also the young tree saplings. Now, deforestation. The term deforestation means forest. Forestation is creating forest. If you put the prefix DED, destroying forest. What is forest? Forest is nothing but a complete place filled with one and only plants and animals without human being, right? And in that, if you see 80% you can see only the plants, remaining 20% forest dwelling animals will be there. And the forests are the main reason for proper balancing of earth, the temperature of the earth, the rainfall, for everything. the vast group of plants are very important. But for the past 50 years, we human beings are destroying forests like anything. You see this picture. This is called deforestation. Going to the forest, okay, where nature has a huge number of trees, plants, shrubs. Again, you should know the difference, children. In your lower classes, you would have studied. The plants are of so many types. Herbs, shrubs, trees, climbers. So small tree, big tree, small plants. They all are important for the biodiversity. Now, through deforestation means cutting, spoiling the trees. Why are we doing this deforestation? Because we human beings, we wanted to build house, industries or fuel. Whatever fuels, fuel is nothing but natural resources which are available in the deep earth. So if a person find out in a particular place under the earth lots of fuel is available, immediately if it is surrounded by forest or so many trees are there, people will cut that and they will dig the earth and take the fuel for our transportation purpose. So we human being, because of our overpopulation, over usage, over need, without thinking about the natural importance, we are cutting the trees and we are seeing only our present safe. Now I want a big house. Now we want so many factories. But we are not thinking about the future and we are not thinking about our own wellness. Because of that, we face so many problems. So this is called deforestation. Then, with that deforestation, there is another term called overgrazing. Grazing means what? Like in the land area, if you take forest is a kind of land. Our normal land where we live, we build our house with the soil and we prepare road and all. That is one land. There is another type of land called grassland, whereas there you will not see a plain road like our road where you are staying, right? And at the same time you will not see tall big trees. No trees will be there. Small grass, entire land will be covered by grass. Here and there herbs and shrubs, small trees, saplings kind of thing. And this also used for creating, like constructing buildings, offices, factories, houses. So people destroy everything, and these two are the main reason for the destruction of the plants, for the destruction or for the entire problem for the biodiversity. Now we'll go to the next paragraph. Again, look at the book, listen my voice. Effects of deforestation. Natural calamities. Forest fire, floods and tsunamis can also lead because of deforestation. What do you mean by effects? Effects means now nature has provided the earth with lots and lots of trees and animals. So we human, we go and cut all the trees for our own selfish reasons, like we wanted to construct house, factories, so many things. So we cut. Because of that, the animals live in that place. There are so many animals, right, inside the forest. So when you cut the forest, what will happen? They will also die. They will try to come to land, to our places, and we will kill them, and they cannot reproduce. They will not increase in number. They will also die. That is second part. Now if you cut the trees, what will happen? You see forest fire, floods, tsunamis. These are called natural calamities. What do you mean by calamities? Calamities means a big disaster. What is meant by disaster? A problem produced by nature which we cannot stop, withstand, tolerate, and because of nature our wellness will be affected. What are the different types of natural calamities? Forest fire. If we cut the trees here and there and the sun heat, if overheat is disturbing the cut place and the normal place, then the remaining forest area also will get fire. Then floods. When we cut all the trees, they are only through transportation. They be as a very good reason for the rainfall. Now when we cut the trees, there will be no rainfall, and because of that temperature changes will be there, and sudden increase in the climates, that flood will happen. So that is also a reason for this, because of this deforestation. Tsunami. Tsunami is also when the land balance is affected. When we cut so many trees, the heat transformation, the balance between the land areas and the land inside the sea will be affected. Then tsunami will be occurring. You know what a tsunami is? Long waves which will kill so many people. Then we'll go to the next paragraph. Again, see the book. Keep your fingers on the words. Soil erosion. In the absence of trees and grass cover, the upper layer of soil is exposed to sun's heat. As a result, the moisture in the soil gets dried up, nutrients evaporate, and the bacteria that are responsible for the breakdown of organic matters get affected. The rain washes away the soil and causes erosion. This makes the land infertile as humans get removed and hard. Rocky surfaces get exposed. This causes desertification and make the land unsuitable for growth of any vegetations. Okay. Now, next to natural calamities, we have another big problem called soil erosion. First, you should know what is erosion. Erosion means removal of something. Now, soil erosion means removal of soil. If there is no proper climate, if more flood comes, the water will take entire soil from the land into the sea. Top layer of the soil. Okay. In social, you would have studied different types of soil. The top layer of soil is very important for the plant growth, because in that soil so many minerals, bacteria are there, and the minerals are helpful in plant growth, and this plant bacteria are very important for making the dead organisms to become like humus. Humus means it is nothing but the splitting of dead organisms. Suppose one big leaf falls from the tree. If it is as such with a leaf shape, if it lies on the ground, again if another leaf falls over it, one by one they will be piled up and there will be no place after that, right? To avoid that, nature has provided one beautiful setup for us. So many microorganisms are there in the soil. So when any dead organisms, not only the leaf, even one animal die, you could have seen, right? If a dead animal is found somewhere, even on the roads and all, if you see some rat or something died, and if it is the roadside, first 2-3 days you can see the dead bodies. After that, slowly it will be vanished. What do you think? What is happening to that? There will be so many bacteria which will come on the dead particles, dead bodies, and it will eat them. Eat means what? Splitting. Cutting that, eating, and excretion. The waste will come out from the bacteria. So because of that, the huge body becomes small powder kind of thing. Now, when the soil erosion due to over raining, if the water comes because of the rain, takes the entire soil with the nutrients and bacteria, thereafter if any dead organism, the dead body falls on the ground, there will be no bacteria to destroy that, to make it powder. Then what will happen? The entire place, entire land will be covered with only dead bodies which are full without splitting into small particles. Yes, this is what is called desertification. Desertification means desert. What is desert? There you cannot see any huge plants, animals and all, right? Only dead soil. Desert soil is dead soil. Why plants are not growing there? Those soils will not have any nutrients, any microorganisms. Only like non-living particle it is. Because of that, there no plant growth. But the land where we live, that too in particular both Karnataka people and Tamil Nadu people and all, if you take, we are really blessed with nature. Our soil is wonderful soil which is very good for any type of plant growth. But here also, again and again, if we cut more and more trees, heavy rain will occur. Because of that, flood will happen and it will erode, it will remove all the topsoil which has nutrients and microorganisms. Okay, so far we have seen two effects, natural calamities and soil erosion. Let us go to the next. Again, see a book, listen my voice. Water cycle. Destruction of forest affects the atmosphere, water bodies and the water table and causes them to dry out. Again, water cycle. There is a process called water cycle. The water from the sea will evaporate and go to the sky, will become rain and come back to land. Okay, not only sea, all the water bodies, lake, river, pond, wherever we have water. And again, when it comes to earth, again, if more trees are there, these trees will absorb more and more water and it will use for its body purpose, and it will send the excess water again through the leaves. You would have studied last year. Through stomata, the excess water will come out to the atmosphere. Again, this excess water will mix with the air in the surrounding. It will become rain again. Rainfall will occur. This is a cycle, right? Going up to the sky and becoming a raindrop, coming back to the land, getting into the body of the plant, again coming out through the stomata, through the holes of the leaf and mixing with the air again becoming water. So this is a cycle. Now you imagine you cut the trees. Okay, once from the pond, river and all, so much of water dried and they went to sky and there it becomes rain and came back to the earth. Now there is no plant, trees to hold that water, to grab that water and again to send it to the atmosphere through the stomata. What will happen? The land will become dry. No plants will grow thereafter. Yes, so the water cycle is reason for the rain. So next time there will be no rain. If the trees absorb the water without drying by sunlight and again send it to atmosphere, then the rain will form. Now there is no trees, so immediately whatever water come back, it will be dried because of sun heat and there will be no rainfall. So water cycle will be affected. Let us go to the next paragraph. Again, see a book. Loss of biodiversity. Many species have become extinct and some become endangered due to the loss of forest cover, which is the natural home of various species. Again, this is what the entire lesson is about. Loss of biodiversity. As I told in the beginning, forest is a place where thousands of plants and thousands of animals, big animals, small animals, microorganisms, everyone are living. So for our own selfish reason, if we cut the trees, we are not only cutting the trees, the animals depending the forest also will be affected because they are designed to live only in the forest. If they come to our land where we live, like cow and dogs and all, we will not keep the forest animals with us. Okay, so they will cause problem to us. They will try to kill us. Then we will kill them. Then after that, with fear, they will not come out and they will not have place also. Then they cannot continue their life. They will die. So the biodiversity will be very much affected because of this deforestation. And here you have two words called extinct and endangered species. What is extinct, endangered? We will see in the next paragraph. Let us continue. You come to the next paragraph. Again, don't see the phone. Look at the book. Keep your fingers and listen my voice. Over exploitation. illegal hunting or poaching of wild animals is another major threat to biodiversity. Animals are illegally hunted for skin, bone, or tusk, thus causes endangerment of species. There are various levels of endangerment such as threatened, endangered, vulnerable, and extinct. Now, one is deforestation, the reason for the spoilage of the biodiversity. See, this lesson is about biodiversity. The entire world should have enough number of plants, enough number of animals. Because of some reasons, a group of animals die, then it will affect other group of animals and plants also. Because of what reason this group of animals or plants are dying, that is what we are learning in this lesson. The first cause we have studied deforestation, and the second major thing is over exploitation. What you meant by exploitation? You would have heard no saying don't exploit, spoiling. See, if we get some sources for our basic needs when we use, that's good. Or see, for example, if you have a tree and you have some fruits in that, if you take fruits now and then and leave the tree to grow every year, you will get fruits. But thinking that okay, today I am taking all the fruits, then I want this branch for doing that work, I want this another branch for doing that work. Like that, if you cut the entire tree, next time will you get fruits? No. Okay, so you should know till what level you can use. Without thinking about that, if you use for everything and spoil the entire thing, thereafter you will not have anything. This is what is called exploitation. Now, the main exploitation is hunting. Poaching means illegally hunted. Why illegally? See, government will have certain policies. They will check the animal community. If there are thousands, lakhs of animals available, government will not ban that animal hunting. So many, suppose you take any normal cow kind of buffaloes, kind of forest animals, forest living animals, if their number is more and in every forest you can find them. In such case, if you go for the hunting with permission, you can go, government will give you permission. But now for example, you take tigers. In India, the tiger population becomes very less. Most of the tigers died. Now, if you go for hunting, if you say I want to hunt a tiger, government will not give you permission. But some people, for many reasons, in particular, they want the skin, bones and tusks of that animal. Say for example, elephant. We should not kill elephant because the number of elephants in the world is very less now. If we kill the remaining elephants also, then once after some years, there will be no elephants. Now how we are seeing dinosaurs? Have you all seen dinosaurs? No. They lived long years back. Because of some natural calamities, they died completely. Now we can see them only in pictures, not in the real. The same way, now elephant population is very less. If you continue to destroy them, kill them, then after some times we will not have any elephants. Like that, the animals which found less number, we cannot hunt them, government will not give permission. If people hunt without government permission, it is called illegal hunting. That is also one of the main reason for this biodiversity issue. Then this illegal hunting will lead to some problems. The animals which are in problem, they are divided into few groups based on some characters, some points. We will see that in the next paragraphs. Now you come to the next paragraph, see the book. Threatened species are those animals that faces serious problems and may become endangered if their problems are not attended. The house sparrow has been included in the IUCN, that is International Union of Conservation of Nature. See, they have given threatened species endangered, vulnerable and extinct species, depending upon the number of the species available. First, threatened. See, nowadays, are you able to see this house sparrows near your house? I don't know about Karnataka here, but in Tamil Nadu, 10, 15, not 20 years back, everywhere in each and every house you can see this kind of sparrows. How you see crow and all, everywhere you can see this. But nowadays, because of our satellites, not only satellites, the telephone things, whatever we use now to communicate, the rays, because of that, the sparrow species started dying and they were not able to live, they were not able to reproduce. So nowadays, no sparrows at all. But here and there we are seeing, like a dinosaur, you cannot see sparrows. But as I said, 20 years back, wherever near my house, I can see every day some 20-30 sparrows, and we used to put rice, everything for them. But nowadays, seeing 1 or 2 sparrow itself, it really become tough. It is because of this race kind of thing. So we have to take some steps to prevent, at least whatever animals available, they should grow, they should reproduce. For that, they should not die. For that only, the International Union of Conservation of Nature, it is an organization which will give instructions and we have to follow that compulsorily. So they have announced as this sparrows are really in a problem. When we continue this, for sure in future we may not have sparrows community. So we have to take some steps to conserve them. As per their instruction, the world is following it now. Okay. Now we'll go to the next page. Now again you will see a book. You will not see the phone. I'll read, just listen. List of threatened animals. The bird population has been largely affected by the modern lifestyle of humans, indiscriminate use of pesticides and radiation coming from communication towers. Endangered species are in danger of becoming extinct in the near future. So as I told you, one is the communication towers and pesticides. See, we wanted to grow more plants, and when we grow the plants, usually when plants grow, insects will affect, insects will come to eat those plants, right? Then human being, what they will do, they don't want the insect to eat the plants, so they will spray pesticides which will kill the insects. That is a very bad chemical. When that insect killing pesticides are eaten by the birds, they will also die. Because of that also, they are in dying state. Now they have given another thing called endangered. Threatening means they are in the process of spoiling, but they are not spoiled. Many species, many birds are available, but when we continue this destruction, keeping more and more towers, using pesticides, then one fine day what will happen? They will become endangered. Is like now tiger you can call endangered. Once upon a time, more number of tigers were there in India, say 100 years back. India is known for tigers. Then 50 years back they become threatened animals, which means half of the population is reduced. Only here and there few animals were available. Now it is in endangered state, which means in that half also almost more than half died. Very few, in all areas 1 or 2 only you can see. Now if you continue this, it will become extinct. First is threatened, second is endangered, third is extinct. Extinct means completely died. There is no single sample piece also like dinosaurs. Do we have dinosaurs now? No, completely they died. So now when we are not protecting our tigers, our lion and elephants, sparrow, many birds, after some times the number will be reduced, they will become endangered. Then after some years they will become extinct. In our future, people will say there was one animal called elephant. It had long hand like something it seems. This and all will become a story for our future children. Let us hope that that should not happen. Now next one is vulnerable species are likely to become endangered unless their survival and reproduction rates are improved. In India, some animals on the list of endangered species are Aztec lion, lion-tailed macaques, red panda, Ganges river dolphin, one-horned rhinoceros, snow leopard, and pink-headed duck. Extinct species are completely wiped out of our planet. Some of the species that have become extinct are quagga, a type of zebra, dodo, and Tasmanian wolf. So there is another group called vulnerable. Vulnerable means now they are in the process before threatening. Now because of this killing the animals or hunting, illegal hunting, or some other pesticide kind of usage, some animals, if they started to reduce in number, that is expectation, okay, in future like these animals that also can be affected. So we should note all these changes. Always we should follow the survey must be taken, and if the enough number of animals available, no need to worry. But if we find some changes, surely we have to take some steps for this. Okay children, I think today's class time is over. Let us continue in the next lesson. I'll give you one homework. You have to write what are the effects of deforestation in a paragraph. See children, I'll give you some homeworks to practice and understand few concepts, and again I'll give you book back questions. It may be at times repeated same paragraph, but you have to write, okay, because you have very less number of lessons only this time, no, you have enough notes. So whatever homework I give, you are going to use only your classwork. On top of it, you put the date, write it as homework, and the name of the lesson, and what question I give, which is the page number, you can write and explain it. Okay, now with your own words, what are the effects of deforestation? This you will write and send to me. Let us meet in the next class children. Thank you.